We're back. We're back. A Rams W. What is this? Welcome. I'm glad everybody's here. Oh man, look at that. The viewers, we could just tell that we're back. Like we're ready to kick some ass. This is the Rams. This is the brand new NFL season, 2022. Even though it's preseason, I can tell 85 people. We haven't had these numbers since the Super Bowl. Actually, that's not true. The draft. But 91. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I've been waiting for. This is what you've been waiting for. We are back. I am so excited to talk about this. And, I mean, I'm a maniac, right? Because, I mean, you're like, wait, you're on the East Coast. Why are you going live at 106? Because there's work to be done, right? I mean, come on. So we're going to be talking about it. I'm going to be answering questions, comments, concerns, all of that. Before we do, be sure to hit the like button. We're almost at 100 viewers. Hasn't happened in a minute, so I appreciate it. Let's be sure to get the likes up on this this live stream. I got the box score here. We're going to be going through it all. I'm going to be answering your questions, all of that. But definitely be sure to hit that thumbs up button and hit subscribe if you want more Rams content, since you're probably here because of the Rams. So welcome in. Hope everyone's doing well. McCutcheon is looking great out there. Perkins looks great too. Bummed that Bobby got hurt. Yes. Hopefully, Bobby Brown is okay. I understand there are a lot of people that are like, well, he's already been suspended, so he might have a pretty big role. I'm hoping he's healthy because when he comes back, in all hopefulness, he could have a pretty big role for them. So that's something to keep in mind. I think Perk could legit handle a live NFL game. McCutcheon has great 50-50 ball energy. Hope he makes this roster. I'm with you. I think McCutcheon, what he did today was very impressive. It's something that kind of goes along the lines of what I was saying. Like if the next man up is clearly him. You have, your J.J. Koski, you have your, Landon Akers, guys like that here. And McCutcheon is clearly a notch above everyone else that's playing in preseason. So, I mean, hopefully he makes the roster. It's going to be tough to keep him. I'm just being real with you. It's going to be tough. The numbers game doesn't really work out in the Rams' favor. They're going to have to probably let a guy go to keep him, but he might have pushed hard enough where they have no choice. It's going to be hard to cut a guy like that. People can say I'm overreacting. Well, I don't give a damn. Put Lance McCutcheon on the 53-man roster. I've seen enough. I'm kind of with you. I mean, a guy to have a game like that already show in practice from, Jordan Rodriguez reporting it, fans are reporting it. This guy is really showing out in camp. So, I mean, it's not just one game. This guy clearly is like the next man if there is an injury. So it's something to keep in mind. And Perkins will be on the roster if they decide. I definitely agree. And I think they will keep Perkins. It's going to be hard, like I said, but I think they're going to get everybody. They're gonna keep him. They might keep Lance McCutcheon. It's going to be tough. I think they should. I think they really don't have a choice. I mean, maybe you trade him. But I don't know, man. Perkins and the punter are wearing the same number, definitely like college. Yeah, it's they're both wearing 16. What's up, Substance? Kendrick looking real good. Yeah, he almost had an interception. Jumped the route well, just, couldn't hang on to the ball. Let's see here. McCutcheon. I think I'm going to be seeing that a lot, aren't I? McCutcheon played well. What a game. If I'm not mistaken, I haven't gotten a chance to go back and look at my video that I made for you guys. But I think, if not the depth chart video, the unofficial depth chart video, or me breaking down my 53, I think I said that if you're looking for a Nelson Spruce type of guy, it's McCutcheon. I could be wrong, but I'll have to go back and check. Let's see here. Lance is a damn baller. Yeah, he is. Burgess didn't look too good. Hard to... people that are crapping on Burgess, I don't think that was his responsibility. I think it was Rochelle. Rochelle came underneath. They went over the top. Burgess has to come because Rochelle came underneath, and now all of a sudden, there's a little bit of a miscommunication, and Burgess is the last guy there, so it looks like Burgess got burnt, but in reality, he was the one that was trying to save the play. What's up, Rams House? McCutcheon needs to go against other teams' ones. That's true. Where at? McCutcheon a beast. Lance McCutcheon. The schemes may have been vanilla, but our will was strong. W. Yes. Man, how about Perkins? This guy continues to impress in preseason. It's a second straight preseason where he's shown stuff. Breaking tackles. That one play, he broke 2 tackles, stiff-armed a guy, got the first down. The offensive line wasn't very good, so to see what he was able to do with that, taking what the defense gives you, I definitely appreciate that level of play out of Perkins for sure. We need to run the ball a lot more. A lot more. I mean, they weren't really able to run it because the offensive line wasn't very good. Lance killed it. Yeah, he was great. The best Lance in the NFC West. Oof. You put that out there, not me. I want Lance on the 53. I do too. Perkins better than Wolford. That I don't know if I agree with that, because if Wolford's not playing, they clearly think Wolford is better than Perkins. But I love Perkins, and he's a friend of the show, so hopefully we get him back on. We'll try to get McCutcheon on. We'll see what happens. 82, yeah, exactly. Let's go. Bryce should be the backup. Full transparency, I wasn't ready to experience losing again. I'm happy. The family is back. Yes. How about that, McCutcheon? How about him? Is Lance the son of Lawrence? I don't believe so. I tried to look it up the other day, and I couldn't find anything on those two. Lance McCutcheon. Get rid of Wolford. We back. Whose house? Go McCutcheon on that like button. Yes, please hit the like button. We have 104 people in here. If you continue to hit that thumbs up, YouTube is going to send more people. Full send. More people that like the Rams like you do, or are interested in sports live streams. They'll be coming in here. Lance has that body size that the offense need. I agree. Yeah, Bobby Brown, that was hard to watch. Lance McCutcheon. You were listening to the Chargers broadcast, unfortunately. It's all that was on NFL Plus. It was, I didn't like it. Lawrence McCutcheon is looking good. You mean Lance? How does McCutcheon break this with the team? We have so many wide receivers. It's a good question. Today, I thought you saw really good things out of obviously Lance McCutcheon, and then Austin Trammell was the only other receiver that caught a pass. I mean, that's what Bryce Perkins had to deal with on the offense. That's what he had to deal with the offensive line. And he only threw to 2 receivers. Akers had a target. Koski had a target, but Trammell had a decent game. Definitely looked like he could maybe be a practice squad ad, but it was those 2 guys. So, I mean, there's not a ton in Lance's way in regards to like his tier of guys, the guys that are playing preseason, but he has to worry about Ben Skoranek. He has to worry about Jacob Harris. He has to worry about, Tutu Atwell. And, there's a lot of guys there. Brandon Powell. It makes it really difficult to keep him because, when you're doing the math, you got Cooper Kupp, Allen Robinson, Van Jefferson, Tutu Atwell, Ben Skoranek, Brandon Powell, Jacob Harris. So they already have 7. So are they going to keep 8 receivers, or are they going to keep 7? And the argument they make is that, well, we're keeping Jacob Harris as a tight end. I could see them doing that. I wouldn't be shocked if they went that route. Is Lance McCutcheon the son? I don't think so. I couldn't find anything on those 2. You're funny. It looked like I saw a tweet come up. It looked like Tutu Atwell was supposed to play. Yeah, I gotta find that tweet. Yeah, let me try to find that, because I think it was Jordan Rodrigue. No update on Bobby Brown. Chris Shula and Eric Henderson called defensive plays tonight, according to Jordan Rodrigue. Sean McVay entered the preseason strongly indicating that he wanted to see Tutu Atwell get some preseason snaps / live reps, but says Atwell has shown them enough that it doesn't sound like he'll play the preseason after all. How about that? That's a pretty big resounding endorsement for Tutu Atwell. If Sean McVay initially was like, yeah, he's going to play in the preseason, and now it's like, yeah, we don't have any reason to play him. I'm actually pretty hyped about that. That makes me feel good. What's up, Frankie? Absolutely. I'm glad it makes your night. That means a lot to me. So I'm glad. I had to take a nap earlier. I passed out yesterday. I had to take a nap today because I had to be able to stay up. My sleep schedule's all over the place. If anybody hasn't caught wind of that, but yeah, today was good. Unlike yesterday, with Zach Wilson going down, the Yankees losing. The Yankees actually won today, so that was great for me. But then the Rams. This was a fun preseason game to watch. Would have liked to see Bryce Perkins be able to go through his reads better because he had no time. But I mean, he did the best he could. He comes away with 122.9 passer rating, 2 touchdowns, 133 yards on 10 completions on 17 attempts. He was sacked twice. He also led the team in rushing yards, 8 carries for 39 yards and a touchdown, averaging 4.9 per carry. I thought you saw some good things out of Raymond Calais. You saw some good things out of A.J. Rose. He had a really nice run. He also had a cool touchdown run where he got hit at the point of attack and then spun into the end zone. So you love to see that out of him. Jake Funk, you saw some things in the receiving game. There. Trey Regis had an interesting run where he went right into a pile, and then all of a sudden he came out on the left side and got 5. So that was nice to see that. Koski had an end around that really didn't go anywhere. All in all, I would have liked to see, more guys running the ball, but A.J. Rose with a nice touchdown, that helps his confidence. Lance McCutcheon, 5 catches, 87 yards, 2 touchdowns. He averaged 17.4 yards per reception, a long of 60 yards on the day. He caught 5 of 6 targets. You look at the defense. Jake Hummel comes away leading the team in tackles. He had 10, 5 solo. You had 9 from Haley, 6 from Gervais, 6 from Hines. You had a solo tackle and 4 for Hoyt, my bad. Daniel Hardy had a bunch of pressures. I don't know how many he had, but he had a bunch. 3 tackles, and including a quarterback hit. You had a quarterback hit and a sack by Bobby Brown. I hope he's going to be okay. That was brutal. Robert Rochelle had a pass breakup. Braden Thomas had a pass breakup. Daniel Isom, who also came away with the game-winning interception, had a pass breakup. Darion Kendrick had a pass breakup, and so did T.J. Carter. 2 sacks on the day. Ernest Brown IV, love to see him get after the quarterback. I thought he had a solid day. And as I already mentioned, Bobby Brown III. And last thing I want to mention here in regards to the box score, Cameron Dicker, the kicker, man. He looked good. He looked good. His 3 extra points. He drilled them. Then punting, he had 3 punts for 158 yards. He had 52.7 average, 1 touchback, but 1 inside the 20 with a long of 58 on the day. Everybody was making a big deal earlier because, what's his face? Matt Ariza punted for the Bills. And I'm not saying like Dicker will make it, he won't necessarily be the punter for the Rams, but I thought it was kind of interesting that, he punted so well. Ariza comes in and he punted 82 yards and, all the credit to him. That's a long punt, but a touchback. And it's kind of goes back to what I was saying about, even during the draft, you want to keep that inside the numbers type deal. And so I really liked what I saw to Dicker. Is he going to win the job? No, because Riley Dixon didn't even punt, so that pretty much tells me that he locked it up. Other guys that didn't play today, Tutu Atwell, Ben Skoranek, Brandon Powell didn't play, although mainly because of an injury. Didn't see Luis Perez at all, unfortunately for him. We'll see if he gets an opportunity, maybe preseason game 3. In addition to that, we didn't see Kyron Williams. Maybe we'll see him at some point, later on in preseason. Who knows? And we didn't see Jacob Harris because he's banged up, but Christian Roseboom was out, so we didn't see him. So definitely some guys that didn't play. Was surprised to see Burgess out there, if I'm being real, but yeah, Quentin Lake on the PUP. Hopefully he comes back soon. But it was a fun game tonight. I enjoyed it. Was on call in, talking with a bunch of people. We had close to 200 people on there in total at the end of the night, so that was pretty cool. McCutcheon looked great out there. I agree. Jazz, but are they both related to Lawrence McCutcheon from the Rams 70s? That's the question. BSR, I was just joking around. Perkins versus Wolford. Yeah, that's going to be a battle that's talked about amongst Rams fans. We'll see. I don't think it's as simple as to say, one over the other. The Rams view Wolford ahead of Perkins. I think they should keep them both, but we'll see. Which Rams player are you most impressed by today? I think it has to be Lawrence McCutcheon. I mean, Lance McCutcheon. He was so good. Lance McCutcheon, his ability to use his body to box out guys, go up and high point the football, body control, effort. It was all there. Ran a really nice route on the 2-point conversion. I mean, yeah, he definitely stole the show. That's why I joked to Rams Beat over on Call-In. I said, I'm going to have to change this thumbnail to Lance McCutcheon. I'm going to keep doing that. I'm going to keep calling him Lawrence, aren't I? I'm going to have to change that thumbnail to Lance McCutcheon, and so I ended up changing it. It looks way different than what it was supposed to be, but all the talk about Tutu must be legit with him not playing. Yeah. Exactly. That's a big deal. I definitely find that to be a big deal. That needs to be talked about more. Well, we don't really know what Harris is. I'm not going to knee-jerk react to that so much so, but the last time the Rams kept a guy like McCutcheon for the preseason, essentially, was Nelson Spurs, and he couldn't stay healthy. So as long as McCutcheon stays healthy, I mean, he might get an opportunity with the offense early on in the year. Yeah, penalties were pretty good for the Rams. They kept them in check. Darksaber, welcome. They kept them in check. I mean, at the end of the day, you come away with what? 2 penalties on the day for 10 yards as opposed to theirs. They had 9 for 120. You could say, okay, yeah, why is the discrepancy so high? They made it pretty easy, to call. They had a lot of holding calls. They had a lot of PI calls. I think they had 5 of them today. I mean, they didn't play the most clean game of football, but they threw the ball 40 times to the Rams 17, which is crazy if you really think about it. They averaged more yards per play, but I think the Rams they went with the time of possession battle, and it won them the game. So, yeah. 8 for 12 on third down. That's the thing you like to see, but 6 first downs off of penalties. That's the Rams generating those PI calls. That's something there. Take on Bruss, some good, some bad. I think he clearly is not going to be the starting right guard. It has nothing to do with him. I think the fact that Shelton didn't play at all was really telling. So I'm not expecting him to start day one. But long term, he will be. What's up, SG? How's it going? Yeah, that I don't know. I have no idea. I could not find anything on Lance McCutcheon being related. Oh, that's annoying. That actually makes a lot of sense. I had 40 unsubscribers the other day, and someone told me, they're like, Jake, can you unsubscribe me from your channel? And I was like, no, that's weird. What do you mean? And they're like, yeah, I all of a sudden I looked and YouTube unsubscribed me. So I've seen that. Very weird. But yeah, make sure that you're subscribed. Hit the big red subscribe button if you're not. Also, be sure to hit the thumbs up button. 75 likes, so I love where we're at, but we can do better. I know we can. We have 160 people viewing, so let's get those likes up. Let's get to triple digits. Let's tell YouTube that people are interested in this and have YouTube send more people this way. Daniel Hardy looked good. He did. He and Benton Whitley. I didn't even talk about Whitley, man. Whitley got screwed over of 2 sacks because they got rid of the ball so quickly, but right before he's going down, he threw it. So did that happen with Hardy, too. I liked what I saw out of the kid from Holy Cross, Benton Whitley. That'll be an interesting one. Keir Thomas and Braden Thomas, they actually met up with the quarterback multiple times in the backfield, so some good stuff there. Yeah, it's fine. I don't worry about Stafford's elbow at all because he was throwing in camp, so it's not a big deal. He struggled at times. Other times, he carved out a rushing lane, I think, on one of those plays. He had a couple good plays. But, we'll have to go back and really look at it. I need all 22, really, to evaluate offensive line, if I'm being honest. It's so hard on that angle. Cup played terribly tonight. Was like he wasn't even on the field. Sucks because Rams will let a good player go. It's true, but that's part of the problem of being so good. You know, the cuts you have to make. I mean, they're going to be brutal. Hardy looked great. Was really close to getting home on a few plays. Still put good pressure. Yeah, I agree. LC calling plays tonight. Yeah, Liam Cohen. Yeah, I was glad to see him calling plays. I wasn't surprised. I think when it's all said and done, Thomas Brown will be the first offensive coordinator to call plays for the Rams in the Sean McVay era during the regular season. So I think that he's giving Cohen the opportunity because he expects Cohen to probably leave after this year and become a head coach. But definitely good to see that. Yeah, I wanted to see Tutu, but glad he's made those strides where he doesn't have to play apparently. What's up, Chantry? We're doing well. The Rams got the W. It doesn't matter that's preseason. The Rams are on another streak here. When's the last time they lost? When's the last time you saw a Rams loss? I think the Packers game? Rams haven't lost since the Packers game. Now even including preseason. McVay said Atwell did not play tonight because he's going to be a big part of what we're doing this year. Love to see that. By the way, 100,000 Rams fans attended training camp across 10 practices. Wow, that's a lot. That Atwell news is fire. Sounds like we got weapons on weapons. Yeah, I'm excited. Definitely excited there, for sure. I'm going to drop this link in the Discord while accidentally opening up an app I didn't want to open. All right, let's see here. Tutu not playing may have more to do with Robinson ability not be No, I think it's more so they just really like where he's at. Yeah, he will. Yeah, right. Yeah, I mean they're so deep on the defensive backside. I mean, I don't worry too much about it. The guys that were playing probably aren't going to make the roster, so But pretty big stop there for the Rams and a huge interception by Daniel Isom. Oh yeah, McCutcheon definitely MVP tonight for sure. I won't say he can't because I don't know. AJ Rose did look good. I like his change of direction. I liked how he finished at the goal line. We call that having a nose for the end zone. Yeah, we'll see. I don't think Cameron Dicker is going to get on the roster, but we'll see. I wonder if they keep Dicker on the practice squad with COVID rules still being in effect this season. Maybe. Potentially. I have him on mine, but we'll see. Rochelle, Durant, and Kendrick looked really good. I'm excited to see all those guys for sure. Did Wolford play? I wasn't able to watch. He did not. Grant Haley was solid tackling. Could see him on practice squad. Oh, he had a great tackle on a third down. Dingus, because you were in the chat when I blew up about it, but I forget what player it was, but they threw a pass to get the third down, and it was just a beautiful tackle. Guy, Haley threw him back, and it looked like it was so easily going to be a first down, and he didn't get it. I thought that was a really nice job by Haley. I attended the game when San Jose State played San Diego State in our homecoming football game on Friday, October 15th, 2021. I got to see punter Matt Ariza in person. Oh, nice. There you go. I did, but it goes back to what I was saying in the draft. What good does that do? It's an 82-yard punt, but it's touchback, and everyone's like, well, it flips the field. And I'm like, yeah, but I watched that with Johnny Hecker, and he flipped the field and didn't, he didn't have to have the touchback. That's what made him the best. No, Bobby Brown, what happened with him is he was on one knee, and a guy engages with him And while he's on one knee, he starts going backwards. So his leg folds under the pressure. And then on top of it, everyone else piled on top of that leg. Really brutal. I'm hoping he's okay. I can't imagine that's going to end up being a good diagnosis. But I'm not going to speculate. But I was really annoyed by that. Let's see. The team backups looks nice. I am very excited for the season, period. And Lance need to be signed to the roster. Maybe AJ Rose too. Yeah, I agree with you on Lance. AJ Rose, I don't know if he'll make the roster or not. Probably not, but definitely encouraging things I saw from those two. Let's see here. What are your biggest takeaways from today's game? I think number one, Perkins looked really, really, really good, despite the fact that he had no help on the offensive line. He was pressured all day. He only threw 17 times, but he completed 10 of them for 133 yards, 2 touchdowns, and he won the game. You know, he was really good running the ball, breaking tackles, keeping the play alive. Love to see that. He had a really nice throw to McCutcheon. He had a couple really nice throws. Then McCutcheon. I mean, he's the player of the game, right? I mean, the guy absolutely blew up. Liked what I saw out of, Jake Hummel. Felt like every time he got his arm around the guy, he also tried to swat the ball out. Love that, like the downward. So like you get the arm around him, so you're trying to bring him down. Because if you don't get that arm wrapped around him before you try to make that play on the ball, what you run the risk of is sliding off the guy. So he didn't want to do that, but I love that even though none of that really worked, he didn't force a fumble. I just love that he was doing that. So I really liked Hummel today. He started the whole game, led the team in tackles, looked good, very athletic, can go sideline to sideline. I'm hoping he makes the team. We'll see what happens. I had him making the team, but with Roseboom not playing, maybe he's already guaranteed. Who knows? Let's see. I got nothing on Lake, unfortunately. Hopefully he's back soon. Tom, what's up? LA Rams beat here. Everyone join Jake's watch party on the Call-In app next week. We had a great time talking Rams during the game. Oh, yeah, it was a lot of fun. Tom basically, co-hosted it with me. So, like I said, it ended up being around like 200 people in total, consistently over like 20 until like the very end. So it was a very successful time doing that. A lot of fun too. So, look forward to more of those. But yeah, we were live for 2 hours, 56 minutes. Love to see it. Is there any way you can increase your audio on the podcast? Are you talking about this video, the live stream? Because I think it looks like I'm close to peaking. I'm like almost hitting the red. I turned it up last time and now I'm like almost hitting the red. So if it's this, then I can't turn it up any higher. And if it's the Downtown Rams podcast, I think you're talking about Alexis's mic, and we're working on that. We're actually recording the episode tomorrow. So look out for that. But yeah, I'm aware of the situation, how, everything's going on with the mic. So we're just trying to get it all fixed and squared away for the season. Darth, appreciate you. New member. Welcome to Gold member. Appreciate you, Darth. Whose house? Want to see Chris Garrett? Yeah, I want to see Chris Garrett too. I'm bummed because, the injury, but hopefully he'll be fine. We'll see. It may be like YouTube kicking us out at the start of your live show. I hope it's not doing that. Does it still do that? Let me know if it still does that. I tried talking with them. They said they had no idea what was happening, but Scott, wow, this is insane. Apparently, Aqib Talib and his brother are reportedly responsible for the death of a youth sport coach in Dallas. One shot the coach and he didn't make it. Not sure who shot him. Is that true? That's awful. I hope to God that's not true. Yeah, I don't know anything about that, but I hope. I hope it's not true. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. We'll wait to hear more. It doesn't look like it's been confirmed. So, yeah, that kind of took the wind out of the room, or the air out of the room, whatever you want to say. I hope he wasn't involved. It's really sad. That's really bad. Wow. Smash the like button. Yes, please do. Run blocking and run schemes look good tonight. At times. Rams do have great talent. Week 18 versus Niners. Oh, duh. Yeah. Yeah. I totally forgot. I forgot because, well, the Rams beat the Niners when it mattered, so. Need a C in your name to know who our last loss was. LOL. Yeah. We all remember that abomination? Oh, I don't even remember. I remember now, but like when I was first thinking about it, I just thought the Packers. Yeah. Interesting. You should be impressed. Anyone should be impressed. That was not just like for nothing. I like the way Ritter played, you know? I really like the way Ritter played. I didn't see Pickett. I saw the stats, but I did see Ritter, and I was very impressed with Ritter. And he was my QB1, so I wasn't surprised. Saw some good things out of Malik Willis as well, but yeah, I think Ritter played, at least from what I saw, Ritter played the best. I definitely don't think he was disappointing. He was top 7 in the league in yards per reception, but you know, I think this year they're more the same. I mean, until he becomes the number 2 guy, you can't expect him to have more than like 800 yards. You know, I think that's pretty much a sweet spot for him. Maybe 800 yards, 10 touchdowns or something, but yeah. So the delay is long because I'm trying to catch up with the comments, but I'm not actually delayed. Like it's about I'm on ultra low latency, so I'm trying to just read everyone's comments. I'll go quicker. Do you think Lance McCutcheon will make the roster after his performance? I don't know. I want him to, but it's hard to say. He's got to keep it up. What kind of college player was McCutcheon? Pretty much what you saw. I mean, that's what I saw on tape back in Montana State. So, you know, a guy that can go up and get the ball. He was a good route runner, make plays after the catch, break tackles, you know. Yeah, that's pretty much what you saw. Thoughts on Funk? I don't think Funk was bad. I mean, I'm not obsessed with Funk like some, you know, fans are, but I didn't think he was bad. I thought he showed some things. It could very well mean that. I don't see 12 likes anymore. We hit over 3 digits, so feel good about that. But I appreciate you throwing that out there. Yeah, I'm way behind. I'm gonna catch up now. Can't wait to get them Bills. Yeah, those Bills fans were in my mentions today because I said something about their punter. Whatever. I wish DK could have had more reps. Damn man, prayers to Bobby Brown looked very serious. Yeah, it did not look good. Yeah, I wasn't really a huge fan of Starkle on tape. So you know, we'll see, I guess, but I wasn't a big fan of him. Akib's brother was the shooter. Yeah, I'm hoping Akib wasn't involved in that. Yeah, at 114 now. Love to see it. Bummed I don't have cable, couldn't watch the game, but my customer gave me his season ticks to the Niners versus Pack game yesterday. He had a blast repping that Royal. That's nice. There's a video? Oh, God. Nope. I'm sure it's on Facebook since they have literally no filter, as we've learned. Thank you. Thank you, Ramsbeat. Appreciate you. Really appreciate you donating. Really helps me out. Helps out the channel. And I just had a blast with you on the call-in. Because I'm trying to push that, and so it really does help when people go on call-in and participate. So really do appreciate that. W, how big of a threat the Jets sweep game? I don't know if McCutcheon will be... I don't know if McCutcheon makes the roster necessarily, but if he does make the roster, maybe he could be used in that way. He's not overly fast, I don't think. I think you're in like a high 4.5s. I'm going to look up Lance McCutcheon now to see what his, what is it? RAS. Do we have his RAS score? Not seeing it. Let's see. 40 time. So according to draftscout.com, he ran a 4.57. Okay. 4.57. Yeah, so he's not like a blazing fast guy, but he still did a nice job using his speed. The news came from a Facebook page. Of course it did. Who do you think will win, Rams versus Bills? Also, can you explain? I think the Rams will win. I think they're the best team. I wouldn't be surprised if the Bills won, but I think they're going to get after Josh Allen just a little bit. I think it's going to be back and forth. I think it's going to be a neck-and-neck game, but I think it's ultimately going to be enough for them to, be able to slide through maybe a 31-28 affair, something like that. Yeah, it's not the same when the Chargers are the ones broadcasting the game either. My God, it was so lame. I wanted to I didn't like it. Rose came out of nowhere, big contact runner, very impressed. Bruss looked great tonight. Should be great camp competition with Shelton. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, the fact that Shelton didn't play kind of makes me wonder if they just gave him the job, but who knows? This is true. Troy Reader was pretty solid, yeah. I think so as well. You think Perkins would make a better number 2 quarterback? I'm not against Wolford, but if they didn't have Wolford, then yeah, I definitely wouldn't mind Perkins being the backup. Thank you, SG. Appreciate you. Oh, that's cool. Looked worse than it actually is. That would be great. I hope that's the case. Let's get the super chat going for Jake. It's almost 2 a.m. for him, and he's bringing us great post game. Appreciate you. Yeah, I always appreciate that, man. It's awesome. I really appreciate that. Keep making great content. I definitely will. Paul, I thought the same thing. Reader has a nose for the football, brings the boom, just a little poor in coverage. Thoughts on Tutu? I love Tutu. I can't wait to see him play. I'm only seeing stuff from 2015 with Talib. Yeah, I don't know what that whole thing is. As fun as preseason games are, joint practices with Bengals will be highlight of the preseason. Yeah, that's going to be fun. We'll see if we get a televised joint practice or not. We got that last year, like the Cowboys televised it. That's funny. I remember everyone flipping out because the Cowboys beat the Rams, and then the Rams ended up winning the Super Bowl, and the Cowboys didn't make it past the divisional round. Alaric Jackson was doing well at left tackle. I like that they got different looks. Like they were moving him at guard. They moved Ankrum to left tackle. I like the way that they were mixing it up. I was pretty cool with that. Later Substance, appreciate you. They played really soft coverage. A couple good plays, like big time breakups, but they played pretty soft coverage. Yeah, I mean that definitely could be the case, Aaron. I wouldn't rule it out. Would not rule it out at all. I thought Bruss was pretty solid. I have such a hard time, and I said this during the live stream that I did on the call-in app. I was like, I just have such a hard time now. I've gotten so used to all 22. I have such a hard time reading in, during the game what's going on in the trenches. You don't have a great angle, I know. It's like a whole reunion over there. And I was joking. I was like, man, I've interviewed like half the players that were in the preseason game. Perkins, Hopkins, what's his face? Fehoko, Egbule. Yeah, Egbule. Reader. Daniel Hardy. Elijah Garcia. Jamal Pettigrew. It's like 8 guys. I don't think he's going to get cut. Makes no sense, and it kind of hurts what, it hurts what they're doing. Hurts their formula. I think Blanton's the number 2, but they like all 3 a lot. Garcia, yes. Yeah, see, I like to hear that. Then you must be loving it. Our website, our managing editor of downtownrams.com, Blaine Grisak, is a huge Montana State fan. Huge. And he was telling me when they got Hardy, like he was very high on Hardy, and then they got McCutcheon. Remember they cut McCutcheon? Does anyone remember that? They cut him? It was weird because we were just talking about, we were talking to Hardy, Alexis and I, about how like cool it was, like, oh, you're playing on the same team as your teammate, McCutcheon. And then they cut him like the next day. So, but they brought him back, clearly. I agree. That was that one moment. You missed 2 of my comments. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm trying to keep up and not get behind. And YouTube keeps doing the refresh, so I'm probably missing some comments, not trying to purposefully avoid them. Unless they're inappropriate, then I just don't even gloss over it. I know Hardy played well. Any word on Brandon Powell yet? Yeah, I mean he's fine. Like they think he'll be fine. He's got like a knee, like he banged it up or whatever. They wouldn't have played him anyway, but I think he'll be on the roster for sure. That would be interesting. I definitely want to see him get going. Thank you so much for donating, Darth. What do you think of USC and UCLA leaving the Pac-12? I hate it. I really hate the alignment, the realignment of college. I think it kind of takes me a little bit out of it, to be honest with you. It doesn't make any sense. I mean, it didn't even make any sense when West Virginia went to the same, conference as Kansas, Big 12. But now it makes no sense. Like, why is Texas in the SEC? I don't know. It's stupid. I hate the way it's aligned. Top 5 Yankees. see, Babe Ruth. I'm assuming the best Yankees of all time, because I'd probably go with Babe Ruth, Lou Gehrig, Joe DiMaggio, Roger Maris, and Yogi Berra. No one has more World Series rings than Yogi Berra, so I'd probably go with those 5. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, Darion Kendrick looked really good. He shouldn't play in the preseason. There's no point. How many wins Rams get this season? I think it's 13 or 14, if I'm being honest. Not sure. Wouldn't rule out a signing of OBJ before the season. Wouldn't rule out a signing of OBJ during the season. I think it's kind of up in the air right now. I do still think he comes back, yes. Yeah, right. Yeah, Pickens is he's a maniac. I've seen some of his camp highlights, and I'm like, what the hell is happening with him? He's ridiculous. He really is ridiculous. Yeah, I don't know about that. But I really like Perkins, but I think that they really like Wolford. He's by far the best player in baseball and should 100% win the MVP. Akers, Hendo, Funk, and Rose now might give Calais a run for that 4th spot. I mean, well, you forgot about Kyron, because I think Kyron's going to get the 3rd spot. We'll see if anybody can push Jake Funk. He probably has it locked up, but we'll see. Oh, yeah, that was cool. Rivera just misses the cut. Maybe he would make it over Maris. It's hard, man. They've had so many. I think OBJ will be back late October. Yeah, it's going to be late October, early November, from what I gather. But, yeah, we'll see with that. He could be. I wouldn't rule it out. Top 5 Rams of all time. This one's tough. I mean, maybe the stats don't show it, but Kurt Warner's got to be in there. Merlin Olsen, Deacon Jones, that's 3. Jack Youngblood's 4. I feel like we're all right. Yeah, this is tough. Okay. Jack Youngblood, Deacon Jones, Merlin Olsen, Aaron Donald. I'm going to say Marshall Faulk. I think those are the 5 best Rams. Like, if you're looking at the best players, those are probably the 5 best players to ever wear a Ram uniform. But that's way too tough. I don't know. OBJ is giving me Von Miller vibes with how he keeps talking about signing with different teams. That's definitely fair. When do you think we might see Kyron? I know he's a little behind because of the injury, but hoping maybe next game or the 3rd for sure. Yeah, so maybe next week. I wouldn't rule that out, but it's hard to know for sure. I thought he might have played tonight, but they wanted to hold him out, I guess. So, we'll see. Lawrence McCutcheon, him. Yeah, can't forget about Kyron. Sudfeld's just a guy, and Trey Lance is the starter, and I like him a lot. I think people are sleeping on him, but those are my thoughts on those 2. Thoughts on Rochelle? I like Rochelle. I think Rochelle needs to, he needs to develop fully. I mean, I don't think we know yet what he is. Keep in mind, he was initially a wide receiver. He transferred to the DB spot, and he's been playing that ever since. He looks huge on a football field. He looks huge. I'm not even going to lie. See what I mean? I hate those top 5 because I could say Reggie. Reggie Jackson's probably the most dominant postseason hitter, when you look at his October. Derek Jeter for what he meant to the Yankees organization. A-Rod. But yeah, I mean, Mickey Mantle. I'd probably say Mantle Yeah, see, I don't even have a top 5. That's way too difficult. There's no way I could do that. It'd be Ruth, it'd be Mantle, it'd be Gehrig, Rivera, and Yogi Berra. And now I don't have Joe DiMaggio, and now I don't have Maris. So it's like, damned if you do, damned if you don't. Now you know more about me. I hate top 5 lists. I wouldn't mind cutting Funk and keeping Calais. He's also a better returner. Yeah, I don't know. Man, it's tough. I don't even know who I would keep out of those 4 or 5 guys. I don't even know how many they have now. They have Regis. Regis is a guy probably I wouldn't keep. Maybe put him on the practice squad. But you saw some things out of AJ Rose. You saw some things out of Calais. You know, Funk. I don't really know. We'll let preseason play out, and then I might have more of an idea. I think Calais is going to give Funk a run for his money. Seems that might be the consensus here. In the second quarter, there was that college read that I think we are going to see a lot more of. I think, yeah, I actually agree with that. I saw that as well on both sides. Hoping we don't see a ton of it. I really don't want a ton of it, but makes sense with Perkin there, you know? Okay. Let's see. Rey Mysterio, Jeff Hardy, John Morrison, Kofi Kingston, John Cena. That was easy. Marshall Faulk, Dickerson, Funk looked good too. ED, Aaron Donald's the best Ram of all time. Eric Dickerson. Todd Gurley would have made the top 5. I don't know if Todd Gurley would have made the top 5. That's brutal. You guys are asking me the top 5 in Rams history. You have to understand how amazing Rams history is. How many incredible players played for the Rams. And I'm sorry. I sit here and I say Marshall Faulk did more than Dickerson did. Marshall Faulk is the greatest running back in Rams history. I understand, Dickerson had the records, don't get me wrong, and he has a record that's probably never going to get broken, but he wasn't the receiver that Marshall Faulk was. Yeah. Well, Youngblood's really important, so I had to put him in there. Funk definitely looked good, though. No, I'd have to put Faulk. Yeah, it's sad. I love Todd. Maybe there is. I haven't seen it, but I thought Kyron was back in pads and everything, and actually in camp, so I don't think that he'll be out that long. Anyone who thinks that at this point is just trolling. I don't think they actually think that. He was great. Dickerson was great. He's one of the greatest running backs of all time. But I was thinking about it. I'm like, the top 3 running backs of all time, I would say in no order, Barry Sanders, Marshall Faulk, and Jim Brown. If you look statistically, that's probably the best, probably makes the most sense. Yep. He did. He's number 43. I didn't see much of him, but no, he didn't do much. Intriguing, combo corner safety guy. I don't know what to really expect. I mean, I don't think he'll make the roster because I think they'll keep Quentin Lake. But, I mean, if Lake doesn't play and he stays on the physically unable to perform list, then it does open up the door for them to keep a guy like McCutcheon or keep a guy like, Russ East. But we'll see. Do you think we should try to trade for Roquan Smith from the Bears? Nope, that would be overkill. That I don't think that makes the team better because the Rams don't play a defense where they would utilize all 3 linebackers on the field at the same time. He's great. No Way Home, Far From Home, Endgame, Infinity War, and Multiverse of Madness. Jackie Slater. I know he played 20 years for the Rams. This is why I hate top 5s. I hate them. I agree with that. I think he's the greatest, maybe the greatest player to ever play in the NFL, period. Jackson was amazing, played with hardly any talented teams, and Falk was amazing. It was one of the key catalysts to the greatest show on turf when they traded for him from the Colts. Took a trip down memory lane watching the 2016 Hard Knocks episode. What came up in my recommend the other day. AD and Havenstein look so young. Crazy, right? I actually watched the 2016 Rams-Cowboys game last night. The homecoming to the Coliseum. It was the preseason game. And just watching Nelson Spruce and thinking, man, this guy easily could have been something if he stayed healthy. And watching guys like Troy Hill and, Morgan Fox, who ended up having roles with the team. It was cool to watch. He was unbelievable. Yeah, I mean, he was really good too. That's the thing. Jackson was underrated in his receiving ability. Exactly. I told you, nothing you are saying is wrong there, BSR. I agree with you 100%. Yeah, I was surprised too. Ooh, let's not do that again. I was surprised too. Did not expect that. Did not expect to see Perkins the whole time. But hey, we got that last year, if you remember. So I guess it's not entirely a shock. What's your thoughts on seeing more starters playing this preseason? Seems like I saw more starters this preseason playing. My thoughts on seeing more starters playing this preseason. Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like starters playing. Those are my thoughts. I was so mad that Zach Wilson played. You could make a case for Pace in the top 5 too. Only picking 5 is so tough. Exactly. You could probably make a case. I mean, Bruce, honestly. Bruce retired second all time in receiving. Like, I mean, Isaac Bruce is one of the most underrated players. You could totally make an argument for him. I really liked what we saw at Whitley. I agree with that. Hardy's fun to watch too. Look forward to seeing him and Chris Garrett and all the other guys. Yeah, I mean, I like them both too. So I'm with you there. I like Wolford, but Brown was a man among boys. Yeah. Steven Jackson was a beast. Oh, he was. Would be awesome to see him in this offense. Yeah, no, if anything, it makes sense for the other team I'm covering, the New York Jets. But, I mean, they'd have to get out of that CJ Mosley deal somehow if they made that move. It's a really good player, Hall of Famer, legend. Those are my thoughts on Bryant Young. Mariano Rivera is the only player to be voted unanimous to the Hall of Fame, as it should be. He was phenomenal. Although that sounds ridiculous. If you really think about that, you're telling me people were like, yeah, Babe Ruth, that's not it. Hank Aaron, no, that's not enough. CJ39 carried us through the dark years. We'll always love that guy. Facts. I used to like watching Christian Okoye. He was a monster. He would have been unstoppable if he could have caught the ball. Oh, yeah, Christian Okoye was a beast. Torrey Holt and Isaac Bruce, one of the greatest wide receiver in Ram history. I agree. Top 10 Rams then? Oh, God. That's even worse. Because then I have to really think about that. All right, Donald. All right, let's do this. Warner, Falk, Bruce, Donald, Deacon Jones, Merlin Olsen, Jack Youngblood. I got 3 more. Bob Waterfield. Yeah, this is tough. Isaac Bruce. Not Isaac. I already said Isaac Bruce. Orlando Pace, maybe. No, I'm gonna say Elroy Hirsch as the other guy, and then the last one I'll say screw it. I'll say Jalen Ramsey. I don't know. Top 10, like I don't know. There's been so many good ones. It was great, but no, I don't have him in my top 5. Orlando Pace. Flipper Anderson. Orlando Pace was a wall, and he was the cornerstone. He's one of the cornerstones to that potential dynasty. And Flipper Anderson was speedster. He still has a record that has not been broken, surprisingly. Most receiving yards in a game. Darion Kendrick, I like him. Gotta see more, but I definitely like what I've seen so far. Yeah, see, I love to see stuff like that. That makes me feel really good. He did. He did go off in that game. He's good, but I expect him to be a lot better. I feel like his career trajectory kind of took a little bit of a not a he didn't dive, but it's fallen off a little bit. Man, I remember telling people that Dark was a franchise quarterback, and he showed out that game, made Romo retire early that game. Oh yeah, Dak. I'm just reading it wrong. Dak. Yes, thank you. So many DKs everywhere. Drew Lock, I was a big fan of his coming out, and he's got a killer arm, but he definitely needs to improve on his accuracy and his anticipation with his throws. But we'll see. I wouldn't mind if he did well in Seattle, because I feel like the guy gets hated on all the time. But who knows? It is mind-boggling to me that they're going to roll with Geno Smith. But, some running backs are yardage and others are touchdowns. I prefer touchdowns. If the bus had stayed, been included in Rams history, yeah, bus was great. Oh, that's awesome. World Series MVP plaque. Oh, wow. I mean, not awesome about the funeral part, but yeah, Scott Brocious. He was a big-time member of that Yankees dynasty. It's too many Rams to pick from best in Rams history. I agree. What are your thoughts on the Jets go after Jimmy G? I don't want Jimmy G on the Jets. I'd rather have them roll with Flacco. I hope that Zach Wilson isn't going to be out that long. If he is out for a long time, then maybe. But I don't think Jimmy G really helps that much. Just creates a potential quarterback controversy, which we don't really need. Think the defense gets off. Where is that? To a strong start this second year in the system. I'm not sold on that, to be honest. We'll see. I don't know for sure, but we'll definitely see whether or not it takes him a minute. It has taken him a minute before, so it wouldn't surprise me either way. Got your money on Kendrick? I think Durant is ahead of everyone of the rookies, but I think Kendrick is higher than I initially thought. I mean, neither did really Steven Jackson. He's still out there, yeah. We'll see. That's funny. Thoughts on your thoughts? Damn it. Alex, you're killing me. Top five questions. I hate you. I'm just kidding. As a pure running back, Dickerson was unreal. He was. Not saying he was bad. I would take Falk over him, though. I had Dickerson in the top 10, right? I should have said Dickerson in the top 10. Oh my God, there's so many comments. My brain is literally going to explode. Oh, God. Yeah, the poor guy face planted when he was trying to make a tackle. That was not ideal. All right, well. So the way I look at everything is that we saw some good things today out of the quarterback, who's potentially going to be in the number 3 on a team that, well, has kept the third quarterback before as of last year. We saw decent running ability out of the running backs, saw some flashes of brilliance out of A.J. Rose and, creation of yards with Raymond Calais. I think with the receivers, you saw some fantastic things out of Lance McCutcheon. Austin Trammell showed you some stuff. He kind of looked like a young Danny Amendola. Then you have a tight end. Nice to see Hopkins getting in there. I didn't necessarily want to see Blanton in preseason, but it looks like the Rams came out relatively injury-free aside from Bobby Brown, which they're saying doesn't appear that he got hurt as bad as it looked initially. That's not right. To put Troy Reader there, that's brutal, man. That's brutal. Especially with Lawrence Phillips. Oh my God. Man, he's in a whole other horrible league of his own. They had Lance McCutcheon break down the preseason huddle post-win, so. Nothing on Traven Howard. Could definitely see that. They got to keep Perkins. I don't even think it's up for debate. Lance McCutcheon's going to be a tough one, but I definitely think they should keep him. Just want to remind everyone that a bunch of things, actually. We have a Discord channel. If you guys are interested in checking it out, I'll drop the link. Let's see here. I mean, it's basically 24/7 football talk and entertainment. It's always there, so feel free to click on that. Yes, I'm glad we're able to see a fun one tonight. Oh my God, I took a nap before this before they played tonight because I didn't want to do the whole passing out again. Maybe, depending on how hurt he is, I could see that. In the top 10, I mean, I don't know. Everyone's yelling at me about the top 10. I didn't even want the top 10. It was forced on me. Good question. I don't know. I mean, I think maybe next year, but this year it's somewhat up in the air. If Stafford gets hurt and Garoppolo becomes a free agent, then yeah, I think that they might be interested in that, but not quite. I mean, Leonard Little has the sack total. I think he has the most sacks, but well, no, that was broken by AD, but he has the most sacks for, a defensive end. James Laurinaitis, there are other linebackers. I mean, I really like Laurinaitis, but I mean, the late great Isaiah Robertson, he would be in there. There are other guys for sure. Yeah, I think I let's see the tweet I put out this morning when there was a rumor about him being the Jets quarterback. I I'd rather be waterboarded than have to cover Mason Rudolph as the Jets starting quarterback. That's literally what I tweeted. If that doesn't tell you, I don't know what is. The Clippers, like how they've done it every year, man. Such a winning organization. Oh, I wasn't even trying to make myself laugh or trying to laugh at my own joke, but I mean that was literally my first thought is I would rather be waterboarded than ever have Rudolph become a Jet or a Ram and like start. Probably. That's something Adam would do. Oh yeah, McCutcheon is the new thing now. We got some people in the Discord. If you want to join, link is in the pinned comment up above or down. I don't even know where they put it. They put it somewhere. You can see it. Also, if anybody wants to become a member, I've added a whole new membership, revamped it and everything. Added new perks, stuff along the lines of coming on a show and co-hosting it with me. Stuff along the lines of a content creator. If you're interested in being a content creator, you want me to, I guess, mentor you. I have that in there. All sorts of stuff. All sorts of stuff. So if you want to check that out, link is in the description. Like I said, it's starts at 99 cents a month. There's different tier values. So if you want to support the channel further, you can become a member. I have all sorts of perks, including gaming with you, because I don't even game anymore. If you've noticed, I have not played a video game in a long time. So there's that. Thoughts on Rams trading BP to the Jets? I would be against that because I don't want to trade BP. And I don't think he would start, and I don't think he would necessarily, like, he might not even make the roster. And if he did, like, I don't even think he'd get an opportunity to play. Plus, Zach Wilson will be back, hopefully, within the first 4 weeks. So, yeah, I'd like to just keep Perk. Brett, you're killing me. Like I said, I'm just being honest here, fully transparent on this platform. Who is someone you've seen tonight the Jets could use for depth? Good question. I mean, I think honestly, if the I said the Yankees, this is the problem when I talk about all these different teams, follow all these different sports, and I say the Yankees. Oh man, just like the other day, I'm talking about the Jets and I say the Rams. I feel like such an idiot. Anyway, this is how I have the roster, whatever. Based on how I have it, I could see a couple of the offensive line guys that could get caught by the Rams be in play. If what you say is true, I forget who said it, but Burgess could get cut. I don't think he can, but if he got cut, the Jets could definitely use him. He could end up being a starter for them next to Jordan Whitehead. Corners, they're loaded at. They don't need corners. The Jets don't. Linebackers, that'd be interesting. While they're loaded at linebacker, I mean, if a guy like Christian Roseboom or Jake, what's his name? Totally forgot his name. I've been all over this guy. Jake Hummel. If Jake Hummel, was cut, I think they'd be interested. Tight end, potentially, but none of the big three are going to get cut, so I don't see that. Wide receiver. I think the Jets, if McCutcheon got cut, I think the Jets might be in on McCutcheon. They would trade away Mims, get McCutcheon. I could see that. So, well, he's eventually going to hopefully be a starter. So I don't see the point of cutting him. Yeah, that is a good sign. I agree. What's up, Isaac? Pretty sure any receiver that doesn't make the roster this year has a guaranteed spot in either the Vikings or Chargers, but definitely the Vikings. I don't know. I mean, I think they got a really good number 4 in Braxton Berrios. So I don't know where Beasley's role would be because they really like Berrios and he's got really good rapport with Zach Wilson. I mean, you have Jeff Smith and you got Denzel Mims. Those are your guys at number 5. So I think you'd probably want a more bigger bodied wide receiver, add some size to the back end of your depth. And so for that reason, I think McCutcheon would be in play. I think Koski could end up as a Jet. I think one of the Rams receivers that gets cut will probably end up being a Jet, if I'm being honest. John Johnson III, although I loved Roddy McLeod. Yeah. If they miss out on OBJ, I don't want another receiver. They don't need OBJ. I want OBJ back. He's probably my favorite player in the league. Him and Stafford, I think, are 1 and 2. So, you know. Well, you got that 1 year at Trumaine Johnson that was like as good as any corner, but I'd probably go with Peters. Tough. I'm going to go with Pace because he was around the Rams longer, but Whitworth might have actually been better longer. I think Whitworth was better longer. Yeah. It's true. I would too. I would really like to see him with that mobility, actual protection, actual receivers. Yeah, that would be something. They do. They really do. I think so. I definitely think Bradford would have had success with McVay. I think we're good. That was bizarre. I hate sneezing. Hate it. Let's see. Bless thee. Oh, I think it's fair to say the Jets definitely could stumble out of the gate the first 4 games. They're going up against the AFC North, and they likely won't have Zach Wilson for all those 4. So, you know, I haven't really looked at too many schedules yet for other teams, so it's hard for me to say who could stumble out of the gate. Really, could definitely see the Dolphins as well, but. Bryce Perkins is QB2. Yeah, we'll see. I don't think he is, but I love him. That's true. Oh, absolutely. I think there's so many coaches from Sean McVay's tree that I would be absolutely shocked if, there weren't more guys that were cut that weren't claimed by the Bengals, the Vikings, the Broncos, the Chargers. Like, I wouldn't be surprised by that at all. That's really good news. That did not look good. I mean, that looked really bad. I love the white modern throwback now, the aways. I really like seeing that uniform, but Starting wideouts, I mean, it's going to be Ashawn. I keep saying Ashawn lately. It's really annoying. Allen Robinson, Cooper Kupp, and Van Jefferson when everyone's fully healthy. If Van Jefferson's out, then I'd expect Ben Skoranek because of his size and the fact that he can block. Since Tutu Atwell isn't the blocker Skoranek is, and because of his size, they're going to be utilized separately. So, like, they're going to be, like, rotational. And then I think, they might use Brandon Powell here and there. Maybe they use McCutcheon. It really depends on the Van Jefferson injury and how bad it ends up being. It doesn't seem like it's bad, but it depends on how long it takes him to get back. It's true. They do. And that Danny Gray guy who they drafted right after Logan Bruss got drafted by the Rams to end day 2, everyone kind of stuck their nose up at. No one really talked about it. But Danny Gray, he's got some speed. He could be a problem moving forward, with the 49ers. I agree. It's so dumb to not have 3 quarterbacks. It's almost like they shouldn't even count against the roster. Like, you should have, like, an exemption for your 3 quarterbacks, but whatever. Dark horse in the NFC, always going to say the Vikings there. In the AFC, I was going to say the Jets, honestly, before Zach Wilson's injury. Now, I'm going to stick with the Jets, but I'm going to give you another team. I'm going to say the Colts. Watch out for the Colts. They have Matt Ryan. They got a good bunch of, weapons there. That's definitely a team I'm looking out for sure. My guy Alec Pierce had a couple catches today. Jelani Woods had a touchdown. So Colts got some guys. Definitely a team to monitor. Appreciate it, Quavo. I'm trying. I'm a little tired if you can't tell, but when do I get 161 people in the stream during the off season? Only during the draft, really. So I'm just I'm pushing through because this is huge. I mean, I've been missing this, man. I've been missing this many people, on the channel, and like, you have the people that are diehards and all that, but it's like once the season starts, you have the people that aren't diehards, and those people are more likely to start watching other videos and stuff, and it's definitely huge for my growth. So, love to see it. Yeah, we've already had 20 subscribers since I started this live stream. 20. The season is upon us, folks. I can't wait. The only thing I'm sacrificing, at least in my mind, is these warm summer days. And I'm going to go back to everything being crap out. It's going to be winter. It's going to be cold. I'm going to be annoyed. I'm always going to be wearing a hoodie. But, I mean, hey, it's worth it. Trading that in for football. Blind squirrel finds a nut. Hoodie season's fun. I disagree. I don't think he's better. I don't think the Rams think that. I got 14-3. I agree with that. He doesn't have the arm strength that Stafford has. Here's what I'll say. Everyone seems to say Henderson can't stay healthy, but neither can Akers. So if we want to play that card, I mean, man, Akers can't stay healthy. He's been in the league for 2 years and has had a season-ending injury and missed games in his rookie season. Henderson's been the more consistent and the more efficient back. If you really look at the stats, I mean, they show that. That was awesome. Yes, be sure to like and subscribe if you are a Rams fan and you are enjoying this. We're at 14,204 subscribers. So we're trying. We're pushing for 20,000 by the end of the year. That would be a pretty nice boost in growth, but we'll see. Better get that ice stocked. It's gonna be a long but awesome season, my guy. Yes, it is. Nothing on Kyron. He was in pads, so it's probably soon that he'll play. I don't know anything about Noah Sewell, but that's interesting. You're saying that he could be a first-round pick? I like the Bloodlines. What's Kyron's situation? Is he already running again? Yeah, he was in practice, so like I said, we'll see. Let's ride. I decided I'm not going to move to LA. I made that decision based on the fact that, my life has changed. Everything's changed, essentially. Because when I was going to move to LA, it was before COVID. COVID happens now, kind of reminds me and reminds everyone everywhere that, hey, we can all have success wherever our location is. You don't have to move somewhere just to be successful. And I didn't have that in my head initially, so I thought that I had to move to LA in order to, continue to grow on YouTube. And that's just not true. It's not true at all. It's a false narrative that's out there, but, I realized I can do all this from the comfort of my own home, staying in New York, staying in upstate New York, growing here, building my base here, and then eventually, if I want to, if I make enough money, then I can just travel whenever I want. I like keeping LA as my travel destination. There's like luster to it for me. I don't know if I could live. I don't know if I should live there. And so that was my decision. Took a while though. That's true. That is true. The winter is really the only thing that really wants to drive me away from New York, essentially. But Henderson can't stay healthy either, so tick for tat. Oh, exactly. I mean, none of them can stay healthy. I think Henderson's the most efficient and the most consistent, but yeah. And he's a free agent now. So, I mean, if they were interested, they could go out and grab him. Worth mentioning. So, with the Jets, I mean, the Rams wouldn't be looking at a safety, wouldn't be looking at a corner, maybe a linebacker. Like if they do drop Sherwood, if they do drop Quincy Williams, if they drop Marcel Harris, maybe. Defensive line, I mean, yeah, the Jets could cut some guys. It's going to be tough for them because I have them keeping 11 guys in total when you combine the outside linebackers too, or the defensive ends. So it's John Franklin Myers, Quinton Williams, Solomon Thomas, Nathan Shepard, Sheldon Rankins, Vinny Curry, Jermaine Johnson, Carl Lawson, Jacob Martin, Michael Clemens, and Bryce Huff. And that would lead former Ram Tenzel Smart. That would lead Jonathan Marshall. That would leave Hamilcar Rashid. They've already cut. So, I mean, there's some guys. I don't really think there's too many guys that the Rams would be interested in from the Jets, if I'm being honest. I don't mean that as disrespectful. I don't know if there's too many. Trayvon Westco is an interesting one. If they don't keep him, he's a fullback / tight end. I think he'd be interested in Sean McVay's offense. Maybe one of the running backs. Breece Hall, Michael Carter, Tevin Coleman, all three I think are locks to make the team. Ty Johnson probably makes the team, so LaMichael Pirine or Zonovan Knight might not. And if that's the case, then I think they'd be interesting options for the Rams, but that's pretty much it. Yeah, I wouldn't go that far. But I think if I move anywhere, I think I'm probably gonna move to Nashville, Tennessee. Because if I'm moving from New York, I would probably want some place where I don't have income tax. So no state income tax. Boom, Nashville seems to be thriving. So that's pretty much where I'll go if I decide to move. But right now, I like New York, and maybe at some point I'll make enough money where just whenever I want. I'll get Yankees season tickets and I'll go there and do that and just fly out to Rams games and stuff. What did you think of Sirianni's choice of words to Salah when Jalen Hurts got hit last game? Is it really the coach's fault? No, I don't think it is at all. And I'll say this. I mean, it was an awful hit, and Salah was pissed. Like, you know, it doesn't make any sense to do that. It doesn't help you. It's way out of bounds. It just puts him in field goal range. Not a good hit. So I didn't get that necessarily. It's not like Salah told the guy to go out there and hit, you know, wasn't anything like that. Well, the Jayhawks are there. I do have family there, but I don't think I'll be going to Kansas. But I will be checking it out, hopefully this year, going back and seeing a Kansas Jayhawk game and Chiefs-Rams game. We'll see how that works. Appreciate it, Brett. Yeah, we're trying to stay awake here. I am a little tired, but we got 166 people in here. I've been waiting all freaking year for this, so. Not that we didn't have a good turnout during the draft, but I mean, I've been waiting all year to just go live post-Rams game. I just noticed this. Thank you so much for donating, Wildman Samurai. Sorry I missed it. Rams need to sign a veteran running back. Thoughts, Jake? I'm not totally against it, but I do want to see Kyron get his opportunities, so, you know. But I'm not totally against it. Not totally against it at all. I don't have any drinks. I don't even think I have ice. I'm going to check. But I legitimately don't think I have any ice, and this is a problem. So, let's see what we got here. Yeah, I'm just going to die. I guess that's how it is. I will turn on the fan, though, even though it might hurt the mic a little bit. But I need the air. Jesus. It, like, hit me like a hurricane. It was like, what the hell? Speaking of the Jets, can we get JFM back, pretty please? Yeah, you're not getting JFM back. He's their best player. Give the man some water. And I haven't really had anything to eat either today, so that's probably another thing, but oh well. RB4, probably Jake Funk. Yeah, he's definitely raw. I'm excited for him. Wow, that's crazy. Apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Justin Jefferson. But I think they're both great. I think we should trade for Hunt. I don't think they should trade for anybody. I think if somebody shows up, you know, in free agency, go ahead by all means, but I wouldn't trade for anybody necessarily. Texas is cheap. Tennessee is nice. Sirianni greater than Salah. We'll see. Well, they have Treylon Burks, but yeah, I hear what you're saying. I feel that. Titans are cheap. What's the left tackle situation with Witt gone? Nopum. Nopum is starting. Hey, I hear you. Probably should get off soon just because I have to. I'm going to the batting cage tomorrow, I believe. Yep. 11. Okay. Yeah, I'm going hitting tomorrow. Yeah. Hit some bombs tomorrow, Jake. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. I'm trying out for the New York Yankees. No, I'm kidding. But it'll be good to get in the cages, though. I haven't swung. I won't say I haven't swung a bat in a while, but I haven't hit a baseball in a long time. That was my sport. I never played football. Funny, right? Later, Steven. Appreciate you, too. 100% believe in Opum. I don't really think so. Oh, I do, too. I think he's 100% going to sign with the Rams next year. Don't feel like you have to take every single trip. Every order that comes from you, like, you are not obligated to take every single order. If it is trash, if they are not tipping you, if you see that it's going to be $2.50 that you're earning and you're driving 40 minutes, do not take that under any circumstances. You do not get that back. They do not reimburse you. Don't take just any order. Make sure that you're taking orders that make sense for you, because they're paying you to do what, like, when you can work to help them out. So if they're giving you trash orders, like, they're paying you by the order. They're not giving you a flat rate. So I think that was a key thing for me. At first, you want to take every order. Don't take every order. Appreciate you, Isaac. Means a lot, folks. Not good. Maybe around the trade deadline. It has to make sense for them, and as of right now, I don't think it's a need. Yeah, we'll see about that. You're welcome. I think that's the most important advice, though, is that I wish somebody told me that before I started doing it. You don't have to take every order, because you end up losing money. You think about it. If you're paying X amount of dollars for gas, you're only making $2.50 on an order that you just spent 40 minutes on gas, essentially. You drove, 30 miles or whatever? That hits your wallet. Later, BSR. Nolan, where the hell were you? And why are you not a moderator? What is happening? What? There's a lot of people that aren't moderators that I gave mod stuff, I've noticed. Let's see. Don't be afraid to multi-app as well. Doing DoorDash and Uber Eats can pause either one when you get an order you like. Facts. They don't like it. Tough. You gotta focus. When you're a freelancer in anything, hear me out when I say this. When you're a freelancer in anything, if you are self-employed like me, if you are writing an article, if you are delivering food, if you're doing anything freelance, it has to make sense for you. Okay? I'm not saying that don't do a good job. Absolutely do a good job, But at the end of the day, like, you can't let people screw you over. Because I've gotten that. I've gotten certain, hey, why don't we do this? And then I tell them my rate, and then they're like, yeah, I can't do that. And then they give me a rate that's literally offensive. It's like half as much as what I make for an average whatever I'm doing. You have to do you. Simply put. I'm like noticing this a lot, actually. Seems like a lot of people have new names and new YouTubes and all that. That's really weird. Yeah, I think that's good. I mean, really, you're not going to know how much the tip is. They don't give you that information. They just kind of tell you exactly how much you're making with how much you're driving and the tip. So I've gotten less than what it said before. That's happened. I haven't been tipped. I once drove 45 minutes, and the restaurant screwed up the order, so I had to go back. And I came back to the house to drop it off, and the person did not tip me. So if you think about that, that was 90 minutes in total. So you have to make it work for you. Otherwise, there's no point of actually working that. It's true. I try, Mac. I try, B-Mac. I do try to give out good advice from my experience. TVA at it again, of course. With Marvel in the multiverse saga, how would you feel if Dave Franco got cast as Harry Osborn? Oh, I'd be all for it. Make it so. The last 4 teams, Bills. This one's tough. Bills, Ravens. Right now, Bills, Ravens, Chiefs, and maybe the Colts. Yeah, it's so bad. Like, it's on the store, but the problem is if you're the one delivering it, then, people aren't always rational, and then they yell at you. Which, as you can imagine, does not bode well. That's typical. I did not. I like it. I would never do that, but I've heard people doing that. I've heard people ordering their food and going and picking it up themselves so they get paid to pick up their own food. I've heard all that, but yeah. Not really. There's no one out there that really stands out to me because I don't think anybody's going to make a huge impact. Maybe Malcolm Brown, but he's not going to make a monstrous impact, Last 4 teams, let's do Rams, Vikings, Bucks, and Packers. Yeah, but also you're rational, so I'm not surprised by that. Not everybody is a rational human being. That sounds about right. Yeah, I'm not really a DoorDash fan. I don't like the way they do things, and now they allow you to work on shifts, so they you work as an employee. I would never want to work as an employee for DoorDash. Isn't that crazy? I mean, aside from Kareem Hunt, like everyone says, I can't even think of anybody that would be even possible. I disagree. I'm higher on Kirk Cousins. Yeah, that's not bad. That's interesting. Yeah, I couldn't do DoorDash. Come on, man. Spider-Man, of course. My friend wondered why her order was taking so long, and she proceeded to tell me that's why she doesn't tip, and I just facepalmed, LOL. You should always tip $5 minimum if the suggestion is 2 to 3. Yeah, some people just, I don't know. Big time. Look that way. I did. I went crazy. I got 2 NFTs. I got the Super Bowl ring, the starter, and then I got I got the Pro Bowl or whatever, or All-Star. I don't even know what it's called. But yeah, I bought one. Let me see if I can show it to you guys. I thought it was cool. I normally don't buy NFTs. This is my only NFT I've ever owned, but Let's see. Trying to find it. Oh, there it is. Okay. Let's see here. Don't mind me. Just, let's see. Downloads. All right, there it is. Yeah, it's not that type of NFT, unfortunately. Like where you get the octagonal look. Yeah, I tried that. That's true. Nobody out there, because I don't really want them to trade for a running back. I like what they have, so. I genuinely don't like NFTs. But I thought getting the Rams one was cool, and even my dad, who also doesn't like NFTs and doesn't see the point of them, also thought it was cool. So, I don't know. I don't regret it. Top 5 greatest coaches. No order. Sean McVay, Dick Vermeil, George Allen, John Robinson, and Chuck Knox. Yeah, but probably like mid-season, I would say. I'm going to have an absolute feast at 3 a.m. because I have not eaten all day. I just realized I have not eaten all day. There's no way that's healthy. I'm not debating it is healthy. Just saying. I mean, the offensive line has to be able to do a better job protecting Bryce Perkins. He only threw to 2 receivers today. He only completed passes to 2 wide receivers, and he targeted 2 others. I mean, he's got to be able to go through progressions and all that, and he can't do that if there's no pocket. So, yeah, that's where I'm at on that. No, I don't. I definitely do not. I think Mike Martz was a phenomenal offensive coordinator, but he won nothing as a head coach, and honestly was the end of the greatest show on turf. I didn't see a great performance. I thought he was pretty solid. I didn't think he was great. I thought he was solid. Yeah, I feel that. That's funny. I mean, if you guys have followed me since the days of when I first started DTR, I interviewed Rams players, and they had some choice words about Mike Martz. We'll just say that. I don't have any issue with him. So if he comes on here and starts yelling at me, I don't have any issue with Martz. I'm just saying, my piece. That's what I feel that. Didn't he also have that statement about Sean McVay, watch me while I puke or something? Remember that? Potentially. Yep, that was, yeah, exactly. Lance McCutcheon I talked about in the video when I was breaking down the 53-man roster, and I said that was like the guy to watch out for in preseason. Yeah. It's the unofficial depth chart or the preseason Rams. It's one of those. Everything, though, this is the problem. Everything is closed in Clifton Park. Everything. Everything closes at like midnight. It's so lame. I used to be able to go to the grocery store and get anything. Now it's like, nope, you're screwed. Not right now, no, but I mean, back in the day, yeah. Good point. Modern T formation. What's up, Alex? He was. He's one of the greatest offensive minds ever. He was too. I mean, this is almost giving him credit, but Scott Linehan, just dude literally offered nothing. Yeah, I don't know about that one. Nope, we don't. We have Stewart's, we have CVS, all that. If I want to get pizza, it's going to cost me $9, and it's going to be a small-ass little personal pizza to put in the microwave. That's not as good as literally burning toast. I hate drugstores. I really do. I hate CVS. I hate Walgreens. I hate all of them. They just charge way more money than a grocery store. It's ridiculous. Like a 35% like increase. Upcharge, whatever you want to call it. Like in an NFL game, I think Trey Lance is good to go. Do you support it or do you not support it? I can't tell. Yeah, but Dollar Trees don't stay open all night. Like 24 hours, CVS. Problem is, I go to CVS, everything is 35% upcharge. Price gouging at its finest. Oh no, we're doing the DiGiorno ads. Rite Aid literally taxes you when you open the door. Like, what you doing? Open up our door? That there's a tax. Oh my god, it's so true. Why does CVS be like that? The receipts are this long for whatever reason. I just got 2 things. You got all these coupons you'll never use. All right, I'll never use them. Why are you giving them to me? I think every player liked Jeff Fisher, if I'm being honest. Is what it is. It's being in a rivalry. It happens. I don't worry too much about it. We don't even have a Rite Aid. Like around here, it's gas stations, which not even all of them stay open now. CVS and Walgreens. Walgreens and CVS are literally across from each other. It's the dumbest placement I've ever seen, but that's really it. CVS receipts are so long, bro. I don't get it. Like I just got 2 Arizona cans. Why do I have 5 pages of receipts? Exactly. Are there any pizza places open across the border? There's no pizza places open right now, I can tell you that much. If I went to Saratoga, which is it's like 25 minutes away, they have this place called Esperanto's. I think it's open pretty late, and you can grab these things called doughboys and like pizza rolls, but actual pizza rolls, and I could go for one of those right now. Yeah, he's annoying. Yeah, but here's the thing: the Star Wars opening crawl, you get the amazing music. It's fun. It's engaging. The CVS receipt, it's like, it's gonna choke me. Like you could literally choke somebody, like a garrote or whatever the hell they call them. You could garrote somebody with a CVS receipt. That's how freaking long it is. Yeah, I know. It's such stupid placement. I could go for some gas stations. Here's what I wanted. This was my plan today. My friend couldn't do it, and so my whole day went to shit. But essentially, my plan today was to just walk on over to the mall and get mall Chinese food. Nothing hits like mall Chinese food. I don't care what anyone says. I don't need to go to a Chinese restaurant that costs $80 to walk in the freaking restaurant. Give me mall Chinese food. I don't care how bad it is for you. This shit tastes amazing. Everybody should have some. It's so good. It just hits different. How did you know I was literally going to get ramen after this live stream? Yeah, I'm absolutely going to eat some ramen, and I'm going to have some frozen dinners, and I might even throw a Taipei in there. Get some fried rice with some sweet and sour. I thought he was pretty solid, but it was hard to evaluate because he wasn't out there that long. Anakin Skywalker. Marie Callender's. Oh, what? I don't know if it's Marie Callender or Banquet, but whoever has that pulled pork mac and cheese, that should not be that good. That should be illegal. Like, I shouldn't be able to make something like that in 4 minutes. Even the Taipei stuff. You guys ever have that? The Chinese food in the little container gives you a lot of food. It costs $3, and it's actually not bad for you because there are no preservatives in it. It's all natural ingredients, or so they say. But yeah, mall Chinese food. Give it to me. Give it to me now. I don't care what anyone says. Hits different. It's Star Wars opening crawler scenes. Dude, give me the bourbon chicken, the sweet and sour chicken, the General Tso's chicken. I could have all that. The fried rice and all of that. Oh my god, I'm probably gonna have 2 helpings of that today. I'm gonna order 2 different kinds. I hate crickets, man. Dodgers are peaking too early. I don't have a Panda Express anywhere near here, so I don't know. I've never been to one, but it sounds kind of weird. I hope people know that, like, rewatch these. When it gets to this point in the live stream, I mean, JE Live is still a talk show. I can't make that more clear. But our new format is that it's a talk show, but I still have main topics. And so the main topic for this one is the preseason, which we've talked about for over an hour and a half. So, yeah. Yeah, exactly. We have gotten in the Ultraman hour of the show. There's no other way to put it. Totally agree. I mean, dude, this is going to sound weird, but I could eat ramen by itself and I'm good. Period. Don't need anything. Just give me some. Maruchan ramen. It's not even good for you. I don't care. Ooh, that sounds good. And making egg drop soup is a good idea, too. I don't know either. Mahomes long term, but I think Rodgers is better right now. Trying to go to Rams Chiefs and one of the Rams games at SoFi, but we'll see. Hell yeah. 3 a.m. ramen. I'm going to have ramen. I'm going to have a banquet, whatever the hell. I don't know what they're called. Frozen dinner, ramen, and I'm going to have fried rice. So we'll be feasting like it's Dragon Ball Z up in here. Man. Yeah. Thank you. You take it easy, Brett. I am crazy. I don't know about that though. See, I love the frozen dinners so much. Like it's not good. They're not good for you because there's so much sodium to keep it preserved, but I really do enjoy it. Oh, nice. Yeah, Southwest screwed me on the points. It's not good. Night, Red State. Later, homie. Go quit the dinner table. Yeah. Speaking of which, Dragon Ball Super Superhero comes out next week. Can't wait. I went to go to my fridge, see that I don't have any sort of drink whatsoever, and then I came back to my desk. So that might have been it. But I don't know if there's anything here. Man, that's how bad it is. It's like at the bottom. I got no drinks whatsoever. That's true. That is true. That's interesting. Yeah. I don't really like I'm not a salt guy. I don't put salt in fries. I don't do any of that, but, you know. Prediction with I think I'll win like 8 games. I think that's fair. It is fire. Agreed. The Bills fans were getting on me because I made a tweet about their punter. It was like I was like it was a touchback, literally why the Rams would never need him, because Matt Ariza literally had he had a touchback. Um. Yeah, the Bills fans went into a tizzy because I said that it was a touchback, literally why the Rams would never need him, and they're like, "Oh my god, it's so you offended me." So I guess we're back on that whole train where Bills fans are annoying. I don't know. Bright spot had to have been seeing that Perkins and I almost said Maruchan connection. I meant McCutcheon. See, I'm already. I got. Can't help it. I got ramen in my mind. Oh my god. What's up, Andrew? I thought I gave you moderator. See what I mean, man? I thought I got all these people moderators and like kicking them out. I don't know. McCutcheon, I love that. I haven't really seen that either. I just imagine the Price is Right fail song when you open the fridge and no drinks were in there. Oh god. Their backup can sling it still. Chase Daniel can run. The Horror Within. I like that name. Lance Marucci. Oh, man. That's good. I'm glad to hear that. Who do you think will win the kicking job? I mean, the kicking job is Matt Gay's. You mean the punting? Well, in that case, I wouldn't rule out Cameron Dicker, but I do feel like they're going to go with the veteran. But Dicker looked really good today. I feel that. Yeah, I like Rose. Definitely like Rose. Absolutely, Andrew. I trust you. Top 5 favorite, I almost said favorite, Maruchan flavors. Why is favorite not a word? If you think about it, it's a favorite flavor. That should be a word. Am I wrong? Favorite? Combining words like that makes way more sense than saying favorite flavor. If you were just like flavor it, make it so. Off name alone. I don't have them because I only get the chicken and the beef one, so Fantastic Four 2015. Thanksgiving 3, The Leprechaun, Freddy's Dead. I'm gonna say The Shape of Water just for the culture. We'll go with the Shape of Water there. I agree. It did come back nicely. No, I don't think so. Oh, Morbius could definitely be in there. Yeah, Morbius could be in there. Yeah, I try and I just don't get a lot of interest on here. So my click-through rate goes down and it hurts the channel, but I have tried. If you're looking for betting platforms, BetMGM, FanDuel, Caesars, WinBet. Those are the best ones. He played a little bit. They didn't really give him a huge opportunity. It was weird. They flexed out, what's his face? They flexed Roger Carter out wide. I don't know why. Oh, God, yeah. They put that at the freaking top. I mean, that movie was terrible. Piccolo had guns. Yeah, actually, some Jets fans have reached out to me about, like, following the Rams and vice versa. I've had Rams fans that are like, you actually got me interested in the Jets. So, it's interesting. Battlestar Galactica. Oh, really? Natural Born Killers is that bad? Because that's on my list. Add Sriracha. Darion's a beast. I don't know. He played pretty late into a preseason game, so I don't know. I thought he was more of a lock. Oh no, Batman and Robin. Oh my God. See, top 5 again. Like I would. I hope he makes it. I thought Hardy was pretty good. I'm starting to get that headache from not eating all day. I agree. Interesting. Wasn't really targeted. Didn't play that much. Yeah. Nothing. They're hoping it's a soft tissue injury and he'll be good to go, but we'll see. I loved Prey. Thought it was really well thought out, and it worked because of the setting. I liked the time period. It was my favorite in the series, if I'm being honest. Hardy is definitely in. I have not. I need to go. Kyron's coming off an injury. They probably wanted to hold him out. He struggled today, you know. I mean, Dancy Williams really struggled today. So we'll see. I think they have to actually cut 5 on Tuesday, so he might be one of the guys that gets cut, to be honest with you. We'll see. Oh, God. Yeah, I bet. SoFi looks amazing just on TV, so I can't imagine being there. Nope. No way. No way. It is that bad. Did you think Perkins didn't throw enough? Wasn't his fault, you know, the pressure. It's a little too much. Just a reminder, if you guys like what you're watching, be sure to hit the thumbs up and the subscribe button as well as the bell icon. Hit the bell icon, you'll never miss another video ever again. That is something I'd really have to just go through and digest. It's hard for me to say right now. That sounds terrible. Oh, I know. He wanted that. I think they're pretty sold on Wolford as the backup, but I didn't hear that, no. Like on other teams, I'm sure, but I can't really think of that right now. My brain is like mush. Can't really think of who's standing out. I mean, Ritter stands out. That's a guy that Pickens. I did not. But that's interesting. Very interesting. I'll have to check that out. I felt that too. They look good though. Obviously it wasn't perfect, and like I said, Perkins had to run for his life, but still nice to see for sure. That sounds awful. That just I don't know who would turn that on and think, yeah, this is going to be a great movie. I thought it was bad defense. I thought they were all warranted. Grabbing into the jersey, making it look obvious. Yeah, I just think it was bad defense. I don't think they're winning the division. He definitely plays faster than his 40 time. What are you going to watch with your feast? I just finished The Bear on Hulu, and it was amazing. Pretty sure I seen AK praising it as well. Yeah, she was telling me to watch it. Yeah, I don't know. I was thinking about checking out Sandman. Just I won't do it now because I have going to hit in the cages tomorrow, so gotta have some energy, right? Yeah, I loved Prey. Highly recommend it. Isn't it lame? Very nice start. They typically don't win preseason games either. It's true. Yeah, I bought 2 of them. I bought the mid-tier one and I bought the common one. That's fair. Yeah, the gold and the bronze. No, there was no chance I was getting the 50 out of 51. Has anybody checked that out? NFL All Day. I think it feels like it could be pretty big this year. The NFT marketplace for NFL All Day. Like, if you missed out on Top Shot, this feels like it's like the new Top Shot, essentially. Yeah, I'm trying to see the marketplace right now. So the Rams Super Bowl ring is now at $900. It retailed at $700. If you want to get a Rams bronze Super Bowl ring, you can get that for $9 on the marketplace. If you want to get the All-Pro gold one, you can get it for $50. I knew what you meant. Yeah, you can get it now, though. It's still out there. Unless you're talking about the Hall of Fame, like the platinum one, that's going to be more expensive. That's going to cost you $900. So it's $200 more than it was listed at. Good question. Perkins could be a good start, but not for us, though. Hopefully we see him as a backup. Second preseason game, you just want to see the consistency. You want to see guys carry it over from game to game. So, I want to see McCutcheon go out there and have a similar type of performance. You're not going to, have 2 touchdowns a game, but I want to see him go out there and have a similar performance. Same thing with Perk and, all the guys, really. If they had a bad game, I like to see him bounce back from it. That's how I look at game number 2. Yeah. I mean, if it's winning the game, if it's helping the team, if I don't know, if it helps the team, then I don't get that, but whatever. Yeah, the O-line's got to protect better. Perkins tried. Oh, big time. Yeah, absolutely. I'm hoping this is what's going to happen when we go live now. Back to having a bunch of people in here. Triple digits still. It's 3:24 a.m. I'm exhausted. But I don't even want to get off because I have 106 people in here. But I know if I don't get off, I'm not going to get off until like 4. I'm going to die, and yeah. So that is going to do it. It's so tough for me to leave. I've been waiting so long for this, but I can't stay on that much longer without eating. So, appreciate everyone for being here. Please keep this up. Please. When I go live, please stop in, participate, have some fun. This is how we're going to continue to grow. It's how we're going to continue to build this community. Be sure to check out the pinned comment. It is the Discord channel. Once again, I'll drop the link. One sec before I go. I'll just drop the link here. And feel free to sign up for the Discord. We have 442 members. So hit the link, sign up for the Discord if you haven't. If you want to become a member, you can sign up for that. Link is in the description. Be sure to check out the stuff over on Call-In as well. I have links all in the description for everything that you need. But that's going to do it for me. So I will see you guys soon, probably tomorrow, I'd imagine, recording the podcast with Alexis. I'm going to be in the batting cage, hitting, going to be hitting some baseballs. But that is going to do it for me. So I'm Jake Ellenbogen, in case you didn't know. This has been JE Live, and it was August 13th. Now it's August 14th. Rams win 29-22, first preseason game. They have not lost since Week 18. Thank you for the correction. against the 49ers. But Rams won. McCutcheon is your player of the game. Perkins played well. And there's a lot of exciting things around the corner, especially from this stream. So that's going to do it for me. You guys take care, and I'll see you guys soon. Later.